Welcome to the session. The session topic is installing and using Eclipse with ADT plugin and installing virtual machine for Android Sandwich or Jelly Bean emulator. So in the previous session, we have learnt about polymorphism, interfaces, abstract classes, threads, overloading and overriding, Java virtual machine and Android development tools. So the session learning objectives are to install Eclipse with ADT plugin, to install virtual machine for Android Sandwich or the Jelly Bean. The session outcomes are we'll know how to install the Eclipse using the ADT plugin, and you'll know how to install the virtual machine for Android Sandwich or the Jelly Bean. See, first we'll see how to install and use the Eclipse with the ADT plugin. See, there are certain list of software that is required to set up Android for Eclipse IDE manually. So we have certain list of softwares that is required to set up the Android. See, the first one is to install the JDK. Then we have download and install the Eclipse for developing Android application. The third one, download and install the Android SDK. Then install the ADT plugin for Eclipse. Then configure the ADT plugin. Then we have create the AVD. So we'll see one by one. The first one is to install the Java Development Kit. See, for creating any Android application, the Java Development Kit must be installed. So, if you are developing any Android application with the Java language, see, if you use a Java application to develop the Android application, so Java Development Kit must be installed. So, therefore, first we install the Java Development Kit. See, next is to download and install the Eclipse IDE. So for developing any Android application using the Eclipse IDE, so we have to first download the Eclipse and then we will install the Eclipse. See, next we have download and install the Android SDK. So we'll download the Android SDK and then we'll install the SDK for the Windows. Okay, once you download, the download file will be .ex version. So this .ex version will double click on this file and it will get installed. See, next we have download the ADT plugin for Eclipse. ADT full form is Android Development Tool. So this Android Development Tool is required for developing the Android application in the Eclipse IDE. So it is a plugin for the Eclipse IDE and this is mainly designed to provide the integrated environment. See, for downloading the Android development tools, we need to follow certain steps. The first step is that you need to start the Eclipse IDE and then we'll select help. So there we'll give install new software. See, in the work with the combo box, so we'll write https colon double slash dn hyphen ssl.google.com/android/eclipse slash. Then we select the checkbox that is next to your developer tools and then click on next. Then you'll see a list of tools that is to be downloaded. Then we'll click on next. Then we click finish. So after completing the installation, we have to restart the Eclipse IDE. See, next we have configuring the ADT plugin. See, once we install the ADT plugin, so we have to configure the ADT plugin. See, we have to tell the Eclipse IDE for your Android SDK location. So, in order to do that, we have to follow the steps. The first step is we select the window menu. There we select the preferences. Then we are going to select the Android, that is from your left panel. Here you can see there will be a dialog box which will be asking if you want to send the statistics to the Google. So there you have to click proceed. Then again you have to click on the browse button and you have to locate the SDK directory. See, for example, our SDK location is in the C drive and the program files Android and Android-SDK. If that is the location of the SDK, we have to locate this SDK directory. And then we have to click the apply button and then click on OK. So this is how we configure the ADT plugin. See, next is that we have to create an Android virtual device. See, for running any Android application in the Android emulator, see, if you want to run any of your Android application in the Android emulator, we need to create an AVD. See, for creating the AVD, we need to follow certain steps. The first step is we have to select the window menu and then click on AVD Manager. Then we have to click on the next button, that is to create the AVD. Then a dialog box appears. When the dialog box appears, we have to write the AVD name. See, for example, our AVD name is my AVD. Now you have to choose. See, you're going to give your, that is AVD name. For example, my AVD is the name of the AVD. Then we are supposed to choose the target Android version. See, the target Android version, for example, if we have Android 2.2, so we'll choose your target Android version. Then we are going to click on the create AVD. See, to start creating any of your Android application, we need to have a proper development environment. Then only we can create any of your Android applications. See, next we'll see how to install the virtual machine for Android Sandwich or Jelly Bean. See, to install the virtual machine for the Android Sandwich or the Jelly Bean, first we are supposed to download the Oracle VM VirtualBox. Then we have to download Android x86 ISO. Okay, so there are certain instructions that is to install. So to install, we have to follow the certain steps. The first is that we have to install the virtual box on our PC. Then we have to open the virtual box and then select on new. See, in the dialog box, we have to enter the name. So we are going to give a name as our wish. And then we'll select the type. What is the type? Like your Linux. Then version you are going to select like the other Linux. Then we'll click on the select next. See, in the next dialog box, what happens? We have to enter the memory size. We have to enter the memory size that as we wish. See, here the minimum size is 1 GB. See, 1 GB is required for your Jelly Bean. So next, we are going to select next. See, in the next dialog box, so you will select create a virtual hard drive now. So we are going to select create a virtual hard drive. So then we are going to select VDI and select fixed or dynamically allocated as your wish. So it can be fixed or it can be dynamically allocated, and then we'll create a virtual drive. So this is how a virtual drive has been created. So here the minimum 1 GB is actually required for the installation. Then we select the virtual device and select the settings. So when you select settings, a dialog box will appear. See, in the dialog box, what happens? So we have to select storage, their storage tree, and then empty we are supposed to select. Then in your attribute section, what happens? We have to select the Android 4.3. 4.3 we have to select Android 4.3. Then ISO file you downloaded, and you have to check whether live CD or DVD. Then we are going to click on OK. So in your attribute sections, we will select your Android 4.3 ISO file that we have downloaded, and then we are going to check, that is live CD or DVD, and then we'll click on OK. See, then what we do, we are going to start your virtual device. So in the screen, we are going to select install Android x86 to the hard disk. So in the next screen, you are going to select create or modify partition. Then we are going to create a new primary bootable partition. We create a bootable partition and then we select write. See, after finishing the write, we will select the quit option. See, then we will install Android in SDA1 and select type as ext3. So we'll install Android in SDA1 and then we are going to select the type as ext and we'll choose yes for installing the grub. So after installing, we will remove your live ISO, that is from the virtual box, and you are going to reboot. So now you can boot into your Android 4.3. So these are the steps that is used to install while installing your virtual machine for the Android Sandwich or the Jelly Bean. See, in this session, we have learned about how to install and use the Eclipse with the ADT plugin, and we have seen how to install the virtual machine for the Android Sandwich or the Jelly Bean. See, we'll see the MCQ questions. The first question is, what is the main programming language code developed by Eclipse? Option A, C, B, Java, the C option C++, the D option C or C++. So the correct answer for this question is B, that is Java. So Java is the main programming language code that is developed by the Eclipse. See, next question we have, what does an Eclipse IDE allows? The first option, editing the program. B, compiling the program. C, editing and compiling. D option we have editing, building, debugging, compiler. The correct answer for this is D, that is editing, building, debugging and compiler. See, all these options are allowed in your Eclipse IDE. See, an integrated development environment. So it is a software application which provides a comprehensive facility to computer programmer for the software development. See, an IDE, it normally consists of the source code you have, editor we have built automation tools and a debugger. So Eclipse, it also has a compiler, while some others, they do not provide it. See, third question we have, SDK stands for, the first option, software design kit, then serial development kit, C option, software development kit, D option, serial design kit. See, the correct answer is software development kit. So SDK stands for software development kit. See, fourth question we have, AVD stands for, option 1, Android Virtual Display, Android Virtual Device, Active Virtual Device, Application Virtual Display. See, the correct answer is Android Virtual Device. So AVD, it stands for Android Virtual Device. See, next question is, the Android SDK ships with an emulator. Option A, true. Option B, false. Option C, none of the above. And option D, undetermined. See, the correct answer is true. See, your Android SDK, it ships with an emulator, that is true. See, these are the references. Thank you.